If you have a larger amount of money, would you recommend putting it all at once into UniSaver or KiwiSaver or another investment fund, or rather in stages? I think to preface that by making the point that you can't make lump sum contributions generally into UniSaver.
UniSaver, okay, so yes.
But you can with KiwiSaver.
Yes.
And I think what the person's getting at is, if I'm putting it into a growth fund, do I put it all in at once,
yes.
or what?
Yeah, and that's an interesting question. What once again comes up a lot in my column. And basically you want to get it in as soon as possible, because in the meantime it's probably sitting in the bank earning less on average than it will in the growth fund. Having said that, there are two reasons why I reckon it's quite good to put, say, a third in now, a third in a month or two, and a third in the last third in another month or two later. And the two reasons are, one is that people hate it if they put the whole lot in and then suddenly 2 days later the share markets crash and the costs of the units they buy, in the fund go down, and so they put all their money in at the very wrong time, and you can't tell right now whether it's the wrong time or not. You can't. You just don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. But it can be horrible if the markets suddenly drop right after you've gone in there, because you're buying units when you go in there.
Sure.
And if you're buying them at $2 and then suddenly you find they're only worth $1.50, it's like buying anything else for $2 and finding it's now worth $1.50. It doesn't make you happy. The other reason why I think doing it in steps, but quite close together, because you want to get the money in there basically, but the other reason is that people quite often worry that they're going to, I don't know whether I should do it right now because the markets might go down and I should wait. And so they do that and just don't do anything and stay in the bank account earning less. It's psychologically easier to break it into 3 bits and get them in and moving the whole lot in one go.
A sort of related idea around investing in term deposits.
Yes.
Too, that sometimes you can ladder it.
Yes.
Over time.
Term deposits works well. That? Yes, and that's something. It's quite often people, perhaps in retirement or heading towards retirement, for their sort of short-term money, they put it in bank term deposits, which have earned pretty good interest in recent years, although it's coming back down again.
Sure.
But what I suggest is that people set it up. So let's say you've got $50,000. You put $10,000 in 1 year deposit, another 10 in a 2 year deposit, another 10 3, another 10 4, another 10 5. So that then you've got every year you've got some maturing, and then as each lot matures, if you don't need it to spend, renew it for 5 years. So after the first year, then you'll be renewing, and that lot will mature in 6 years. And after the second year, if you renew it for 5 years, that lot will mature in 7 years. And so you've got it set up so that every year you've got some maturing. And there are 2 reasons to do that. One is that it gives you access to some of the money, because you never know when you might need it, and rather than having it all locked up. But also, usually you're getting a higher interest for 5 years than 1 year. In recent times in the markets, that hasn't been the case. It's called the backward bending yield curve, when the interest rates are lower for longer periods. And that was happening for a while, and that was because people were expecting market rates to go down. But usually that is not the case. And so if you set up this sort of laddering thing, most of the time you're going to benefit from tying up the money for a longer period and therefore getting higher interest, but having some of it available every year.
Sure, that's a very useful idea for people that are looking
people
at
like
managing their money in retirement.